for these 90-90s, I'm gonna take you through a series of progressions. Now, if this is the first time you've done them, I want you to start at the beginning one and simply find the one that's gonna challenge you or where your level's at. So from there, you're only gonna choose one variation, and that'll be the variation you hold through the program. And then once you've gotten the maximum benefit out of it, you can hit all the reps and sets given, you can just continue to progress throughout the variations. So we're gonna start with the hands down, and then so you're basically starting yourself out with your heels in front of your knees, and you're gonna lean back a little bit like so, and then try and get your knees down side to side without letting your heels start to drift forward. So you wanna keep those heels in the same spot, drop down 90, 90, and you can see either side here I've created 90 degrees and then 90 degrees at the back. I'm just gonna drop side to side. Now, if you can't do this, like if you can't get your knees all the way down to the side, that's fine. You can work to a shortened range of motion, and then eventually, as the weeks go on, it'll allow you to just get a little bit lower and lower each time. So our next progression now goes to taking our hands out. So we're gonna drop down. Now, as you drop down, what most people get wrong is they try and resist the movement with their upper body, and so they kind of get stuck in this limbo of not being able to get down. What you want to do is commit to dropping to the side and have yourself face that direction. Coming up again, commit to dropping to that side, all right, side to side. Now, the next variation that we're going to do is trying to get our heels off the ground as soon as possible. So that's going to vary depending on your strength and level. For some people, it's going to be a case of coming up and then just starting by getting your heels up there and then getting to the side, putting them down and going. And for others, you find that you'll be able to try and get them off really soon, keep them up in the air, drop, side, and then again, see how I'm getting them up quite quickly, dropping, and only at the very end placing them. And that's just gonna be dependent on how much strength you have, and then also building that over the next coming weeks. So the final progression we're gonna do is allowing ourselves to come up into that shin box position. So you're gonna try and drive up like so, come to your 90-90. Now, it is a bit of a mental thing, and the first couple of times you do it, if you need to, or as you're making the transition from one variation to the other, you can place your hand down to give you a bit of that extra strength to push up. You're gonna push through with this back hip to squeeze through, come down again, try and get those heels up. And again, I'm gonna use my arm to give me a little bit of assistance to drive, come back down, back, and then eventually you can start getting to the point where you have your arms out in front the entire time and you just get into that shin box position without using the arms. So find which variation works for you, and remember, as you progress, as you're able to hit the reps and sets, you continue to progress through the variations. So don't stay stagnant on one variation from one program to the other. Aim to try and continue to progress as the weeks go on.